We just finished episode 950 of Love and the Clock Comics, and by we, a little different we than usual this week. Jason could not make it, so we grabbed Caleb. Caleb answered the call literally. So our boy Caleb, who I will tag down below, he he was ready, willing, and able, and he took care of business, and I was very glad that he was available and that he was able to chat with us tonight. But he kicked it off by talking about Viscera Objectiva, which is a Silver Sprocket book. Um, I know, I know, we got it a couple months ago. I think we talked about it on the podcast. But when I saw Caleb in at Heroes in Charlotte this past summer, I read it, and it's a great book, and I knew that I had a good feeling that Caleb would really dig it. So I'm glad to say that he did. You can hear him talk about that. After that, Vince talked about Slasher by Charles Forsman, and then I talked a bit on Absolute Power #4, which is the last issue of DC's summer event, leading right into their fall event. This Absolute Power #4 is written by Mark Waid, of course, art by Dan Mora, colors by Alejandro Sanchez, and that it was what I needed. It was that ended the way it should have ended. So I was very happy with Absolute Power #4, which then we kind of slid into or spiraled down to DC All In Special. Well, Alpha is written by Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder, with art by Daniel Semperi and colors by Alejandro Sanchez. And then Omega is written by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson, with art by Wes Craig and colors by Mike Spicer. Vince, not a fan of DC All In Special. I tried to focus on the good, which there was, and I absolutely get Vince's distaste for it, and part of me is right there with him. So we discussed that for a little while, and then we picked it up. Vince and I got to talk about Hyde Street #1, which is the first issue of a new series by the Ghost Machine imprint, published by Image, that is by Jeff Johns and Yvonne Weiss. Yvonne Weiss. Inks by Danny Miki and colors by Brad Anderson. This was a great first issue. It may rival Rook Exodus as my favorite Ghost Machine series. But yeah, if you can grab this, absolutely grab it. It's fitting in nicely with October and the Halloween season. But yeah, we had a blast with that. Then Caleb brought us over to Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein's Incredible Hulk. From there, we went to In Your Travels. Vince talked about Cormac McCarthy's The Road, adapted by Manu Larsenet. And it is a beautiful book. I haven't read the original novel. Don't think I will. But as strange as it is to say, a story that is so bleak and depressing could be beautiful. If you find this book, look it up, do an image search. The art is absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous, and yeah, I'm glad I read it this way, because I don't know how I'd be able to take it if I read the original book. I haven't seen the movie either, but I know Jason absolutely loves McCarthy, and The Road is very near and dear to him. So I was unfortunate he wasn't here tonight. We'll definitely talk it up with him, but yeah, it's something else. My New Travels was Magic Order 5, number 1. This is the first issue of the final series, I believe, of Mark Miller's Magic Order, which is written by Miller, art by Matteo Bafagni, and colors by Giovanna Nero. I am sure I butchered Matteo's name. This was this one felt like the previous Miller World stuff over at Image, in the sense that the previous series, like with Nemesis and and Nightclub, uh, those feel a little off over Dark Horse. Not bad, just a little different, but Magic Order felt like we haven't missed a beat since Magic Order 4 and the big game. And then Caleb wrapped us up and brought us home with Kosher Mafia number 1, which I talked about a couple months ago. This is written by David Hazan, art by Simi Cavella, and colors by Ellie Wright. And I was really bummed about this because as soon as he started talking about it, and as soon as he got to the year the story takes place in, I couldn't hear anything. My audio went out. I don't know if they could hear me. I didn't try speaking because I hit mute so I could type up the notes for this. And as soon as I hit mute, I got nothing. So I had to scramble for some headphones. And by the time I got everything situated on the MacBook, got all my settings straight, he was done talking about it, and I was bummed. But so I'll have to listen to the episode. So yeah, that was it for tonight. We had a blast, of course. We always do. Jason will be back next week, I'm sure. I hope. Because after that, we'll all be at Jason's. Next week will be a normal week. The following week, we'll likely record on Tuesday, the 15th, so Vince and I can get to Jason's on Wednesday the 16th. And this way we can all go to New York Comic Con on Thursday the 17th. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that maybe I can do a little bit of a live recording at Jason's, at least record some video, and while we're recording the Patreon bonus content. So some of what you'll see will be the things that the patrons will hear before they hear it. Actually, you'll see it live while hopefully while they have to wait and listen later. So yeah, that'll be fun. So thanks for watching this. I appreciate you all. And then head over and get the episode.